You asked the parents, correct? Yes.
What stood out?
What stood out for you? Parents.
What stood out for you guys today?
I would say, hi, my name is Chantal. I'm a parent. Can you hear me? I'm sorry. Okay. Today I was very, very excited when I walked into the school today. Everything this kids did today was above and beyond. I applaud y'all. Everything that y'all, that
One
the
second.
kids.
What are you saying?
Can you let them more about what is the things that you can avoid learning?
I see the work, we always see work that the children do, but today everything was displayed out. It's always displayed, but when we see the project that the team together did, it was nice. It's always out, but today as a project, I guess that's the best way I can say it, a project.
Yes.
A project, when you all see them all together, blended together, that was very nice.
What do you want them to do with the 398 to know with respect to what do you want them to do?
What do you want us to do?
I want them to continue what they're doing. They're doing a great job, and I think over the years, I have seen more and more things happening and improve, and I'm very excited for PSD 98.
Anyone else?
We have the community that's going on right now at the school. Since I'm here, this is really the first time, the second year. And it's doing a tremendous job. Apart from education, we look at the parents, the community that we have that are in need, and I hear it all the time. The clothes, the food, the little meat, to know the kids can go home. If it's twice, 3 times in a month to get food, a hot meal. And the parents are grateful for these things. And this is so moving for me. I love people that, why do you do that? Why? But it's part of the job that I love, that I take on, and to be able to give back. Is I know education, yes, it's a school, and we are doing good things in here for the children. But that part of the sharing, that extra support, and having it for the parents, I think that's what, as a community school, this stands out a whole lot for us.
Yes, ma'am.
I have a statement. I have a statement and a question. So I was on this morning with, yes, nice sound. So for the parents, this morning I was on, they had a teacher presentation, and the teacher team leaders talked about the work that they did together with their colleagues and then with their students, with the students. And I wish you were all here to hear it. Because when we send our children to school, right, we want to know that people think about our children as they think about their own. And these teachers this morning, your children are theirs. Like and it's not in, so you said it and someone said it earlier. One of the students actually said it. It's not just about the learning, right? The learning is the foundation. It is what is going to take them from here to wherever they want to go, but they also have to be citizens of the world. And the way that and someone said it this morning that for many years they were a teacher, but now they are an educator. And you know, it was, this morning made me come, so I had to do all sorts of stuff in my schedule, which you don't need to hear about, to be able to get here this afternoon, because because I just wanted to get here to actually see these children who they talked about and talked about their work. Like, it was just amazing. And I think I have two questions. One for the principal, and just so, and it's still in the vein of thinking about as parents, right? So one of the things we always struggle with, it's always challenging, is parent engagement, right? And so a combination of your vision around parent engagement and just how does today fit into your overall vision for the school?
So as far as parent engagement, of course we want parents to be here. And I'm glad you asked that question. That was actually my thesis in grad school about parent engagement. And understanding that parent engagement is not, it doesn't look just one way. It doesn't just look like coming to parent-teacher conferences. It doesn't only look like coming to a show. Parent engagement doesn't have to happen only in the building. Because it's a partnership. And so my goal has been and always will be for us to be partners, not just in this school building, but also we are partners as you are with your children. So that is and will be my vision. And of course we want, as parents can, we have parents that are able to come here today. We have parent workshops that our parents come to. We are now, because of the pandemic and having to pivot, right? We had to ensure that our parents are able to get information, and so we utilize Zoom now. And our parent town halls that we have every month are virtual, but we have parents that may need to come into the building for Spanish to English translation, and so we allow for that as well. So being flexible to our parents' needs, and then having them to understand that we are truly partners. So you're a partner with us when you're upset with us, and you're a partner with us when you're happy with us. But knowing that in a partnership, that happens, right? We're not always going to be happy about every decision that is made, but allowing you to come to the table to discuss it is what a partnership is. And then today, this event is what we do each and every day. Our children are able to speak to their work. Our teachers are able to speak to the work. Our teachers collaborate. I always tell my staff and my students, if there is something you want, you tell me how it's to happen. You tell me how it's to happen, and then it's happens. So they are able to dream big and think about where they want to go and what they want to do, and then it is our job to ensure that that happens.
And if I could add one more thing, Professor Daddy, one more thing. So my job, so I work for Central, so I see a lot of schools in the city. And for better or for worse, when I walk through the building, I can tell you what that school is, right? And people can believe it or not believe it, but I can. And you have an amazing school. And I can listen, the warmth, the being able to see the work, the being able to see the feedback. There were teachers talking to me, they had no idea who I was. Their children in the hallway just saying hello because it's the right thing to do. And so you have an amazing school.
Thank you, I appreciate that. I think that, again, as everybody has said, it's not just about reading, writing, and math. That can't come if children are not happy. That can't come if teachers are not happy. That can't come if parents are not happy. So we have to be a welcoming environment so that everybody feels like they are a part of this community. And we all have a specific role in our community, and through our role, we're able to help others.
You just adopted now.
What did I learn today about my teachers that I may not have known? So deep inside I knew, but I had not been shown that they were able to really speak to the work that they were doing. They would be able to tell you, oh, we did this today, or we learned about explicit instruction, or we learned about standards. But today, they were able to not just say that they learned about something, but they were able to talk about their practice, and they were able to show how they applied what they know to the work with children that they do every single day. It was wonderful being able to hear them speak plainly, not use the education buzzwords, but we all knew exactly what work they were able to do over this school year and previous school years.
Can you share any intellectual threat that you have had during the previous?
Any intellectual stretch that you may have.
Repeat that one more time, please.
Push.
Question for the teachers, at Taylor. Did you have an intellectual threat this year? If so, what was it?
Right.
I would say that would be in 3 areas, and I hope that I am addressing the question that she is asking. So, of course, we discussed the standards mastery, right? So, that was one primary moment that I feel like I had to, open up and understand more, right? So, it was some growth going on intellectually there. Then, just learning in general about the importance of explicit instruction, that whole I do, we do, and you do, like what it can do for your students if you do it with fidelity, and understanding how to specifically teach vocabulary. Now we all know how to teach vocabulary, but go in depth and being able to discern what words that our students would benefit from. So yes, I've known all these things all along, but I have a deeper understanding of why these things are important. So thank you for listening. If my other leaders would like to, chime in, that would be great too.
I would like to say, I guess, giving up the voice, teaching so many years, and teacher-led, being in charge, you have to say, kids learn by me speaking, and I've learned giving that up and encouraging conversation between the kids, rich discussions, building off each other's ideas. If you came in our rooms today, you saw like we had little templates for sentence starters. I'd like to add on. I agree with what you're saying. I disagree with what you're saying in giving the reasons and putting the voice now in the kids and learning from them and having them have the opportunity to share their feelings, what they've learned. And they have a lot to say, like I said this morning, and they do a wonderful job. And like I said, everybody came to our room today, you heard them. They were talking and they were proud of what they did. And so that would be a struggle that I'm working on every year.
Yes.
I'm getting better.
Yes.
Very true. I'm gonna add on to Mr. McCarthy of giving up the reins of control. So as you said, because you always just want to help, and when you see them struggling, you want to just come in and fix it. But you have to giving them more credit to see that, oh wow, they really are able to do this by themselves, and you see the proud moments that they have when they get it, and they're like, I got it. Or you see them see them in their own mind, like with the aha moments, like, oh. So, and they actually figured it out on their own from the strategies that you taught, and you actually step back and see that they are able to have the more independence on their learning.
I would say,
Yes, I was going to add to the conversation. I was going to say one of the biggest stretch for me was starting lessons with multiple entry points. So I noticed that when you have the multiple entry points, it allows every student to participate in the lesson and participate with confidence. So each child, and we learned this a long time ago, that each child learns differently, but you don't really sometimes take heed to it when you're teaching in the classroom. You know that this is how I'm starting my lesson. Everybody better join in the best way they can. And a lot of times you have kids that's sitting on the side, not participating or not engaged. But when you have those multiple entry points, those kids will jump in where they know where they fit in that. So they will jump in and join and participate. Everyone plays a part and they get a chance to, play it with confidence.
I would also like to add the idea of, I think we spoke about this this morning, but I'm not too sure, but understanding that we are not teaching the curriculum, we are teaching standards mastery. And that was like a major aha moment for me as well as my colleagues. I'm sure I see a lot of head nods. So now that's the work that we are going to continue to do to make sure that our students are achieving mastery across the standards.
That's right.
Can you repeat that, please? But I don't know who's the question.
Would you say that question one more time?
School leaders. Next year.
Oh, differently next year. Differently next year, yes. We only had one teacher roundtable and student roundtable. Just the excitement. Can I just say my teachers were excited to share and show off. My kids were excited to share and show off. So one thing that I would like to do differently is have a winter teacher and student roundtable as well as the spring, because then you get to see the growth in teacher and student from what they did in the first half of the school year, and then how that learning has impacted the end of that school year for students and teachers. So that is one thing, and I think as the teachers and the students have said that things are working, right? And so we know that although everyone wants change to happen overnight, it does not. And you have to continue to work at it and see what is working and improving on that. And then the things that don't work, we come together, we discuss, and then say we may need to pivot in another direction. So that is what I would like to have different next year, but the learning is never going to stop. I think I've told every teacher when I first walked in the building, every staff member, I believe that we are all learners and that we can't think that we have arrived, because we haven't. Things change. We need to learn and grow each and every day, and that is something that I'm fully committed to continue.
All right, so it's almost that time. And I just want to say, the leaders, staff, parents, yes, thank you all. Thank you for giving us this opportunity to work with the learning community. Today, for me, it was inspiring. I enjoyed hearing from the teachers. I was thrilled to hear from the students. I listened to the contract. But I just want to say thank you so much for this opportunity. And it's our hope that we continue to grow in partnership in this journey in education. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you all for coming out this afternoon. Thank you, Ms. Smith, my heart. Parents, my other heart. And my team leaders. I will continue to grow you. And you know what that means?
More complex work.
Because as I stretch you, you stretch our children. And that's our job. That's what we live and breathe. Because one day we will not be here to do it and someone will be taking our place, and we hope that those that take our place have been stretched to the point that they can stretch someone else. The job never finishes. The job never ends. Had it ended, we would not be here. So we thank the Maker for placing us in the paths that we are now sitting in. We will continue to do the work. Thank you. Thank you all. Ms. Daly, Ms. Downs, thank you. My great team leaders, thank you.
And I want to also shout out Miss Daly, who is very quiet.
Yes.
And I want to shout her out because in order to be a leader, you can't work alone. And I did not choose Miss Daly as my AP. I was blessed with Miss Daly as my AP. And so she takes my vision and puts the steps and the feet to that vision. So if I say I want to take my kids to the moon, by Monday I have a plan for them to get there. And Miss Daly is driving the spaceship, and she's gonna make sure I have a comfy seat for the ride. So I want to say thank you, and that I appreciate being the feet to my vision, because I have a lot of them. I have a lot of them, and you are the feet to my vision, and we could not do what we do without you.
That's right.
So we thank you.
Thank you. Oh, I'd also like to thank Mr. Noel.
Yes,
Because
yes.
he is the true example of what community is. Every time that I come into the building to work with the teachers, no matter what's happening, Mr. Noel, and you know, he's from a CBO, counseling in schools, which has nothing to do with standards. But he will jump in. Up to yesterday, he was there helping us put together this exhibit. So parents, when you see him, say, Miss Powell said to tell you thank you. Would you please? Would you please? Because he was there as if this was part of what he was supposed to be doing. He is absolutely wonderful, and his staff is absolutely wonderful. And he is the example of what the teaching, learning community is all about, as you are. So thank you, and we thank him as well. Thank you. Have a wonderful, wonderful afternoon. We continue.
Thank you. Thank you.